G'day guys, Steve Morgan here on the second day of the Queensland Mercury BREAM Open, and we're at the Cleveland Boat Show. The entire field has just weighed their fish in. Today, interesting day. Strong wind warning, it's blowing really hot and strong from the north, and so the teams were limited to the Brisbane River. Now, there was a lot of tears this morning at that decision, but it looks like tomorrow, day 3 as well, is also going to be limited to calm waters. So tomorrow we're going to be fishing the Gold Coast. So as it happens, the Queensland Open is going to be an event of 3 venues. Moreton Bay we fished yesterday, they fished the Brisbane River today, and the Gold Coast tomorrow. And Aaron Sharp and Steve Eldred coming in third place at the moment with 6.3 kilos. Today you weighed 2.93 kilos of Brisbane River bream. You obviously fished a bit better than you thought you were going to get.
Oh, look, we knew our day was going to be tough when the first thing we caught was a nearly 60 centimetre snapper straight up. So, and then basically we went through a patch of fish. We bagged in probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes pretty much, and then we just tried to get fish all day, and then we just couldn't get big fish. But we're happy with 2.9. I didn't think it was going to be that big, so we'll take that and be happy.
You betcha. Now, Stevie Eldred, we loved your highlights video yesterday, especially the bit where I edited it to make you look like a bad man, because what did you say to Sharpie when he had hook in his finger?
Yeah, it sucks to be him, but you did a great job of making me look like an arse. I'm proud of you, Steve. That was good.
You didn't do much.
Well, I think that's the first time we've had on an ABT highlights video a treble coming out of the finger with pliers. But the other thing I noticed from your highlights video is you guys absolutely caught the snot out of the fish yesterday.
Yeah, we had an amazing day yesterday. It's our hunting ground. It's what we do. It normally doesn't come together that well, but it was a blast. We just had fun.
You fished about a foot of water the whole time.
Oh, mate, that's, if you're not scratching the boat, you're not having fun. So we just get those atomic cranks out, throw them as far as you can, and get what you get.
Now, you guys both run Mercury motors. Sharpie, this is a 250 Pro XS Optimax, but you have one of the 3-litre 150s that you've just put on there. How do you like that motor?
Oh, mate, it's a little bit quiet for my liking, but some people are into that sort of thing. But, mate, it's proven to be an amazing motor. Fuel economy is even better than the Merc Pro XS was, and I was happy with that. So, very impressed at this stage.
Now, what do you think your chances are? You're about 1.5 kilos behind the leaders. Can you have a cracking day on the Gold Coast tomorrow and finish it off?
I don't know how you put cracking and Gold Coast in the same sentence, Steve, but we'll go out. We'll give it a red hot shot. I don't think we're going to touch the leaders, but if we can try and climb up a bit, that's going to be a great day.
Great attitude, mate, and thanks for that. Now, team second here, we have Team Pontoon 21, 6.98 kilos. You guys also weighed a good bag of fish today, 3.21 kilos. I suppose the story of your day was the fact that you had to fish within sight of the place you caught that great bag yesterday, and you couldn't fish it because it was out of bounds.
No, that's right, Steve. Yeah, we kept looking at each other all day, thinking, how good would it be to just sneak around the corner? But no,
too honest.
Too honest. That's right. Nah, it's good. It's good. We're happy with how it went.
Now, you guys are great representatives for your sponsors, Pontoon 21. You use one of their baits. You've caught basically all of your weighing fish on the same bait. What is that bait?
The Pontoon 21 Crackjack, and yesterday the Pillow Grubs. So we mixed between those two yesterday, and today we tuned our Crackjacks to just swim under the hulls and bash the hulls, and we're fully our bag doing that.
Now, I asked Coy up on stage, and Coy's running the camera here now, so on his behalf, give us a bit of a description of cranking boat hulls. It doesn't happen too much in the Brisbane River, but you guys caught some fish on it today.
Yeah, that's right. It's all about trying to mix things up, especially with these events. So you've got to keep it real every day, and so tune our lures, just take the split ring off, bend the toe point, and just cast to a metre past the boat, twitch, pull it in.
And on they jump. So Gold Coast tomorrow, and you guys were in a great position last year as well in this Queensland Open. Haven't taken the win home yet. Do you think you can swoop tomorrow and do it? These guys here aren't real confident on the Gold Coast.
No. Gold Coast, no. It's got to be done up in the bay. So we're opening the bay up tomorrow. We're not going to the Gold Coast.
Well, it'll be the standard boundaries for so you will be able to fish up as far as I think as the top of Macleay, and so there might be a bit of company up there, but it is standard Gold Coast boundaries for that Gold Coast arena. And the Queensland Open has got to be an event where you've got to excel in different situations. Now we're going to talk to these guys here who went from tears to heroes today. Let's have a chat to the leading team, Tristo and Dave. You've got 7.92 kilos. On the board, and that was anchored by a great bag today, heaviest bag of the tournament, 4.07 kilos, which is about what you thought you had, and you caught them all out of one spot today, didn't you?
That's it, yeah, and got them pretty early, so we were really happy we chose to go to luggage point first. As soon as we got there, caught a couple of small fish. We were debating, do we move on and try and find the bigger fish, and Dave said, nah, let's go one more cast and we'll just see if we can get one. got a 35 fork, and then I said, yeah, we're going to stay here. We'll just stay until we can't fish it anymore. And after that, it actually was a bit of a purple patch. We got probably about 4 or 5 fish in the bag, upgraded pretty much everything we had initially, and it was just great fishing.
It's an interesting place, isn't it? There's like a couple of casts as you can do from each side that yield the fish, and it's a really small strike zone, but it replenishes. What's on with that?
Oh, it's just a one-man show, I reckon. Like, Dave had this one spot, and if he got it right on the money, every time he'd get a fish. And yeah, we couldn't figure out why it was every time you just keep getting fish. We're like, surely they've been stung by now, but they just kept coming back.
So, Dave, what do you reckon, mate? You've moved in, you've got a new favourite smelly fishing spot down the mouth of the Brisbane River. What was the technique?
It's not my favourite spot anymore. I won't be back unless I absolutely have to go back. But the technique was, so we were using cranker crabs, and basically, I think underneath this little dock thing, there must have been like a little deep patch, and if you put it right in that spot, there was just fish after fish. I don't know what it was, but we were just letting the lure sink to the bottom, wait for the bite, and you just wait for them to sort of take up the slack, and you couldn't strike. You sort of just have to wait, and that's something that takes a while to get used to.
Okay, so tomorrow it's the Gold Coast boundaries. It's a real true test of angling ability if you can do well in all 3 arenas and lead this. What do you think? You've got near a kilo lead on the rest of the field. I reckon you can get this one and finish it off?
I hope so. We I think if we could get in the sort of high 2s tomorrow, I think it'd be pretty hard to beat that. And with a smaller field, I think that's achievable. Yep. We haven't fished the Gold Coast. Tristan's fished the Gold Coast ABT the other day, but I haven't fished the Gold Coast canals for a long time. But there's a lot of fish there. Well,
there was a 4 kilo bag come out of that. 10th place came to first in that Gold Coast ABT. Jamie McEwen caught a cracking bag in the Gold Coast, so the fish are there. If you want to follow us, make sure you log on to abt.org.au. If you're watching this video, you already like Australian Bass Tournament's Facebook page. We're going to let these guys go and rig up, and we will see them in the morning at Paradise Point in the Gold Coast. We'll see you then.